Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we are making this beautiful gown, laying more emphasis on the lower part of this gown, the skirt part. So enjoy and watch if this is what you're looking for. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channels. And please drop your comment; they are very important to me. Um, Till then, just relax and watch this video. So today we are going to be making the beautiful gown we saw earlier on. But for this video, I'm going to be making emphasis on the lower part of the skirt of the gown because I already have an upper part that I'll be using to attach to it. So this is just a basic bodice with sleeve. So what I'm going to be doing is to go about the cutting of the lower part. So I have my basic skirt already. I added 1 inch sewing allowance to it. The next thing I'll be doing is to cut. Now, after cutting, I'm going to be taking the dart measurement. The dart for this person from the center front is 4.5. So I'm going to be marking 4.5 straight down. So I'll mark and connect. I'll mark and connect just like that. Straight down. So now this should be my dart position. After doing this, the next thing I'll be doing, I'll use this to cut the back first before I go ahead to cut the front towel. So let's go about that now. So I have my fabric here already. So all I need to do is to add my 1.5 for the zipper allowance at the back. I'll add it for the zipper allowance. Now for the back, I don't need to add zip. I don't need to add a slit, sorry. So all I'll do is to cut out. Now for this pattern or for this skirt, I already added my sewing allowance to the pattern paper, so I have no need to be cutting to be adding sewing allowance to the dress, to the skirt anymore. So all I need to do is to cut, add my zipper allowance and cut. So after doing that, I'll do the same thing here. So that being done, we have the back skirt ready. So we'll lay it aside and then talk about the front part of the skirt. Now for the front part of the skirt, we're going to notice that at this lower part, at this hemming part, it has a slit at the lower part. So I'll measure from the waist. From the waist, I'm going to be measuring at least about say 18 or 17 inches. So having measured that 18 or 17 inches from the waist measurement, I would come to the hemming part of the skirt at the slit side. I would go in by 1 and I'll go in by 1. Then I will try to give it a curve shape from that 1. Or even at all, even if you don't want to follow the 1, you just give it a good curve shape that you know can work for you. Just give it a good curve shape that can work for you. So the distance from here is 4, so I'll just try to maintain the same distance at the other side, which is 4, and then I'll cut out. So this is the distance.
So having gotten this design we want at the hemming part of the skirt, I'm going to go upward by 4 inches or 5 inches, all depends on you. So I'll just go upward by 4.5. Then I'm going to come downward by 5 inches. Now this is the point whereby my added fullness or the ruffle design that you see on the skirt is going to take place. Now what I will simply do is to cut it out like this, or before I cut it out I should give it my lines. Just, you can measure your lines to be equal. I think I am used to using my eye to know how equal they are, but you could actually use your tape to measure the lines. So after doing that, you see that the lines are all equal. See that the lines are all equal. You start doing your line. Immediately after these 5 inches, you draw your lines and stop at this upper part that you came up by 4.5 inches, and then we cut through. Now the next thing to do is to get your fabric. So having brought our fabric, the next thing I'm going to do is to place this one first. When you place it, you're going to start slashing this. This was achieved with a slash and spread method. Now after slashing, you're going to spread it. Now the distance you're giving is all depending on you and the fabric and how full you want the ruffle to be. I think a distance of about half of an inch per one is okay for me. I don't want it so full so it doesn't become out of control. So while doing your added fullness, you're supposed to be careful the extent to which you slash the fabric. So like you can see, I'm just trying to organize it to know the best position it can give me. So I'll just place this fabric here and try to see. So this is what I have. I'll just keep taking it like this. Keep taking it like this. Know the distance I'm taking. So let's say I'm taking a distance of 1 inch. So this is another 1 inch. Careful so you don't tear your fabric. This is a distance of another 1 inch. I think I should take the fabric this way. This is a distance of another 1 inch. Take another distance of 1 inch. This is 1 inch, this is 1 inch. So I'll take it up. This is 1 inch too. Okay, so after getting this like this, all I need to do is to cut. But while you're trying to cut, remember we are joining this, so try as much as possible to make sure you have about ½ inch allowance for joining. So I'll start cutting. Make sure to have at least about ½ inch allowance for joining. remember, like I told you, we already added our sewing allowance. We already added our sewing allowance to the pattern paper already, so we don't have a need for saying let's add our sewing allowance when we are cutting this. Please try to make sure that your pattern is as flat as possible on your fabric. So after doing this, you're going to measure from what point your slash and spread started to what point it ended. That would help you when you're drafting the other side of the front. So from this point, I'm going to measure in a curvy way, because now we're having a curved shape. So I have about 20.5 from the beginning of my slash and spread to the ending of my slash and spread. Now that is one. You can write it aside. You have 20.5 for your slash and spread. Now you're going to put this together and measure from this slash and spread, this place you started your slash and spread, to this place, because this is your original shape that you're going to be having. So now what you have in total, I'm just going to try and make sure I still put them together. What you have in total is about, okay, let's measure it using this pattern that we've not slashed. What you have in total is about 8.5. So what this simply means is this: when we finish doing what we're doing, we're going to be having an elastic here. What this simply means is I'm going to take my elastic and stretch to comfort how I want it to gather. So this is the elastic I'll be using. I think the elastic is about 5 inches, so it's not bad. If you have your this point to this point at about 8 inches, and you're using an elastic of about 5-6 inches to stretch and gather it together, I don't think that's a bad one. So I would cut my elastic. So this is the elastic I'll be using to gather the slash and spread at the end of the day. Now that being done, remember we have 20.5 as what we slashed from here. So what I would do personally for my own comfort is to take this pattern here and mark where the slash and spread started from the lower part, and I'll take this pattern to the upper part, and then I'll mark where it started at the upper part. So the elastic is going to start the work from these 2 points to gather back to its original shape. So that being done, we'll go to do this other side of it. So I'll get my fabric now. So having placed this, all I need is to cut it the same way we did other parts, just the same method. You just cut through. So after cutting through like this, all I need to do now is to spread the same way. So for easier way now, since I know that what I need is about 20.5, which is exactly what I'll be needing for that, so I'll just make sure that I have about 20.5 first. So this is where it's supposed to stop. Then you can just do your slash within that range you get. Then like I did on the front in the first one, make sure to mark where your slash is starting from and where it is ending, and then you simply cut. Remember to add half of an inch for joining allowance. So after doing that, I'll take off whatever I have left of my fabric, and then I'll get this other part. I'll take off my pattern paper. So what I'll do now is to go to my sewing machine. I'm going to take note of where my slit is going to start from and end. Then I'm going to sew this together on my sewing machine equally, and then stop at where my slit is going to stop. After doing that, I'll show us and we'll go to the next step. Okay, so I'm done joining this parts together. And remember, I have my elastic here. So I marked where the slash and spread started and where the slash and spread ended. So all I'll be doing is to take this elastic and sew it. I'll open up the space, the joining place, and I'll start top stitching it inside till I get to where the elastic stopped, and then I'm going to have a ruffle here. So I'll do that. After doing that, I'll join it to the upper part, and I'll join the back to the upper part and fit, and then show us the final outlook. Okay, so now this is what I have. You can see where the gather is, and then this is the sleeve. It has a flare at the hand. Emphasis on this video was just on the down part of the skirt of the gown, because my up is quite different. I'm not doing a turtleneck as seen on the on the picture. I just cut my flare and attached to the sleeve. So now, as you can see, this is what the elastic would do. And after putting the elastic, you know this is the lace and it's quite stretchy, so you just make sure to fold together and top stitch to secure that stuff there. Then this is our slit. You can see it has the curvy shape that the slit on the picture has, you know. And this is what the inside looks like. I think I should show you what the inside looks like before I go to weave it very well. So this is the elastic part. This is what it looks like. This is what the inside looks like. So the only thing I need to do on this dress right now is to just go ahead and fit it and weave it. So till next time, please, this is Sima Gold. Like and subscribe to my channel, and always stay glued on this channel. I promise to give you back to back good content, and let us take our fashion game to the next level together.